Okay, so hi everyone. Hope you all are doing well in this tough time of COVID. So today we will be starting with our lecture on profit and loss and cost. So this is also a concept that we will be covering in this vid. Okay, so we'll just go through the basics one. So we'll just go through the basics once. Okay so okay so so I had already explained you earlier, but throughout this percentage concept, so I had told you that rather calculating, for example, you have a value a, and there was say some 10% increase to it, so rather than calculating that increased value first, like this is like 10 by 100 of a plus, and then computing the increased value, so this is the increase and this is the increased value. So instead of doing this, what we will do is, the better approach is that we directly calculate the increased value. So the increased value would be 110 upon 100 into a. Okay, now why this is useful is because, for instance, say Ram had rupees x, and he ended up say spending 30% of it. So how much he was left was 70% of the initial amount. So this was his saving. Then they will say, then he spent the 70% of the remaining amount. So that would be 70 upon 100 into x. Now they will ask you, what is the final expenditure and all. So you can from this x, you can substitute this value of 49 upon 100x. So this would be like 0.49 of x. So this is actually the decreased value, this is the initial value. So the amount of the spending, or the amount of the money spent, was 0.51x. So this was the what I actually want you to learn is that you rather first calculating the increase and then the increased value, you directly compute this increased. This would be very beneficial, and that is why I am repeatedly focusing on this. Okay. So profit and loss, we all are aware of this. What profit is, what loss is, we are basically, we all are aware of all these terms. Okay. So the important funda is, or the agenda for this is, so I'll just be discussing some basics. For this profit and loss and all the concepts. Then we will be doing some basic questions. So you will just get an idea of what the question type could be. And these questions, do not take them light, because even these kind of questions I have seen appearing in CAT and ZET. So you can always go through these basic questions, and then we will do some special questions. Now special questions because I think that these are the questions that you will basically consider for a good exam of a good level, for example CAT, ZAT, and all those exams. So you should expect questions like these in these exams. Okay, so we'll be doing that. So that is what the agenda is, of this video is. Okay, so without wasting any time, now we will proceed further. Okay, so let's proceed further, and let's try and see what we have. Okay, so the first concept is, of course, you have a cost price. So what is a cost price? It is actually the amount that I spent buying something. For example, say I am a buyer, or I am not a buyer. Say I am someone who is owning a mart. Okay, Vishal, something like Vishal Mega Mart or something. So basically, I bought some clothes and I basically bought a T-shirt. So what it actually costed me from the retailer is actually the cost price of that. Cost prices, cost prices ki how much it costed to me. So that is the cost price. Now I will actually be sending it, or I will be actually selling it to a normal customer, to a customer, say X. So now if I so the price that the customer will buy it is selling price. Selling price. Now the important concept is, if I was able to, if I was able to, if I was able to sell it at a higher price, then I will have something called as a profit. I will have something called as profit. And this profit is actually, and this profit, so this will be like cost price plus profit. This is like selling price. Or if I tend to sell it at a lower price, then cost price, that would be termed as a loss. And this would be like this. Selling price is equals to cost price minus loss. Now the very important thing is that profit is always calculated over the cost price. Actually यार जितनी मेरी लागत आएगी ना, for example it costed me 100, तो I will actually see the profit on that only कि मुझे तो ये 100 का पड़ा था. For instance, if I ended up selling it for a price 10 rupees higher, तो it will actually be a profit of 10%. तो हमेशा जो आपका, ठीक है, हमेशा आपका प्रॉफिट या फिर जो लॉस कंप्यूट होता है वो आपकी हमेशा लागत पर या फिर आपकी जो है, ठीक है, हमेशा कॉस्ट प्राइस पर कंप्यूट होता है. ओके, सो सेलिंग प्राइस, ओके, सेलिंग प्राइस कैन ऑल्सो बी रिटन एज CP प्लस प्रॉफिट परसेंट and it is calculated with respect to the cost price. So it can be termed as this, or it can also be termed as selling price is equals to cost price minus loss upon 100 into CP. So that is also the selling price. Now we will actually see, this is what we are calculating it. We are calculating the increase, and then we are calculating the increased value. We are calculating the loss, then we are calculating the decreased value. But we will be doing it directly. For example, we had a profit of 10%, so we will directly write his selling price is equals to 110 upon of selling price of cost price, or selling price was equals to, we had a 10% loss, so 90 upon 100 into cost price. ठीक है, that is what we will be doing. That is what we will be doing. And then once we have this, then we can obviously calculate the profit as SP minus CP, and we will calculate the loss as cost price minus the selling price. So that is the basic funda. So what it actually costed me is actually the cost price, and over this cost price the entire profit or the loss percentage is being calculated. What I actually ended up selling to the buyer is actually the selling price, and then you have profit and loss accordingly. If I ended up selling at a higher price, then I had a profit. If I ended up selling at a lower price, then I had a loss. Okay, so this is very basic questions. Okay, so this is the very basic part that we have gone over here. So we had studied all about what is profit, what is cost price, what is selling price, and all that. Okay. Now one very famous question that you will always find is actually equalize. Okay, now what this equalize is, what this equalization means is, see, while calculating profit and loss, you should always equate, or find profit and loss, find profit and loss for same quantities, for same number of quantities. Okay, what does this mean is, for instance, I bought a pencil and it costed me around rupees 5. So this is the cost price of one pencil, and I ended up selling two pencils for rupees 8. So I can never say, since 8 is greater than, 5. So can I say that I had a profit? No, I cannot, because it was actually the selling price of two pencils. So for a equal for a genuine answer, or for a decent answer, you should always equate this. So the selling price of actually one pencil was rupees 4. So in this case, I actually ended up getting a loss of rupee 1. Okay, so you will get these questions. For example, the cost price of 30 articles was equals to the selling price of the 40 selling price of 50 pens. So to make it easy, what you do is compute it for one. Compute it for one quantity. For example, 30 the cost price of the 30 articles was X. So the cost price of one article was X by 30. Okay, so now this was actually equal to the selling price of 20 items. So the selling price of a single item was X by 20. Okay, and from here you can actually calculate that it would be a, see, this is bigger, so it would be a profit. Now you can answer it more clearly. So this would be like X by 20 minus X by 30. So that is the profit we are earning, upon over, it is always over the cost price into 100. Now just remember a single term. So just remember this, that they will generally we calculate over the cost price, but in many questions they can even ask you that what the profit was as a percent of selling price. So you have to always see what the denominator is. If nothing is mentioned, then you will follow the standard procedure. Okay, so that was about equalization. Okay, so now the other concept that we have is, okay, so we have a concept called as marked price, or we have a concept called discount. So let's see what this actual concept is. Okay, so what this is a more generalized concept. So what a smart shopkeeper, so you have a smart shopkeeper. Okay, so say you have a smart shopkeeper. Now what he did is he actually bought an article for rupees 100. Then he marked it up. So basically he removed the tag and he placed his own tag, and he increased the price. He increased the price by say 50%. So the marked price, which is always calculated, which is, just remember it, which is always calculated as cost price plus marked percentage upon cost price. So it is always marked over the cost price. So the marked price is, for instance, 50%. So marked price was 150% of this. So this was like 150. So he actually replaced the tag and put a tag of 150 rupees. Now what he did was, he was a very good. He said that I'm a very genuine person, and I love my customers, and I will offer you a discount of 10%. Okay, so 10%, and over which price he offered a discount of 10% over the marked price. So this was actually equal to 90. This was actually equal to 90% of 150, and that is nothing but 135, and that was nothing but the selling price. So in the actual deal, he actually ended up looking smart, being a genuine shopkeeper, and that is what the most of the shopkeepers are doing. They actually mark up the price of the article by certain percentage, and then they would offer a discount, and the people will think that, oh, such a nice shopkeeper, and then the selling price would come out, and the selling price in this case is always calculated over the marked price. marked price. Okay, so the selling price is always equal to okay, so this is like 100 minus discount, because there is something, 100 minus D into 100 upon the marked up price. And then the concept of the profit and all remains the same. So profit always is selling price minus the cost price upon cost price into 100. So that is the profit percentage. Or similar is the case of the loss. Loss is always equals to CP minus SP upon CP into 100. So that doesn't change. What changes is that the marked price is always calculated over the cost price, and the selling price is always calculated over the marked price. Okay, so what this actually 10% downfall was, this is referred to as a discount. This is actually called as the discount. Okay, so okay, this is the entire thing. So mark price and discount. Okay, now okay, let's discuss. Okay, so okay, there is also, just mark it up, there is also a very standard question. There is also a very standard question that you will always find in exams. So it is like, okay, so a shopkeeper had two articles. One, and this was the second article. Now he ended up selling. So they had a cost, and he ended up selling the first article for the selling price SP, and the second article also for the similar price. So these both of them were equal, but in first case he had an X% loss, and in the second case he had an X% profit. So this was a loss and this was actually a profit. So remember this. Over the end, there is indeed an explanation for that, but it is not needed. The entire deal, if he ended up selling both the articles for the same price, and over one he had a profit of X% and over the other he had a loss of X%. So in the entire deal he had X by 10 इसका whole square percent loss. Okay, just learn it. So in the entire deal he would end up getting an X by 10% का loss, X by 10% whole square का loss. So we will see some questions on that, but just remember it. So this is actually two articles, both being sold at the same selling price. One had a loss of X% and the other had a profit of X%. This would come directly. This would come directly. So no need to worry a lot on that. Okay. So now okay, there is also a concept of cost. So I'll not go deep into it, but try to understand it as a very general term. Okay. So for example, I am a customer. I actually want to start a business of mine. Okay, so what I did is I actually rent a place. So this was the place that I rent out. So this was a sort of a warehouse or my company, and this actually cost me rupees 10,000 per month. Okay, so per month for this, per month I had to pay rupees 10,000 for it. Then I have two workers whom I am paying, say, rupees 10,000 more, rupees 10,000 per month. So this is something called as a fixed cost. It doesn't depend on whether what amount of business I have, or what amount of business I have, whether it was the lockdown period, whether it was something. I have to pay this amount, and what this amount is 30,000, and this is referred to as a fixed cost. So this is actually referred to as a fixed cost. Okay, Now for instance, now I am selling pencils. Okay, so I am selling pencils for that case. Okay, so I am selling pencils for this case. Now I am it actually costed me the entire making of this the entire making or the raw material or something costed me around rupees 5, and I'm actually selling it for rupees 10. So for every pencil, I'm actually having a profit of 5 rupees. Okay, 5 rupees. Now in case as an owner, if I want to have certain profit, this is good that over this is actually something which is referred to as a variable cost, because it will actually depend upon the amount of the pencil that I end up selling for this month. For instance, okay, so in case I want to have a profit, first I need to cover up this cost of 30,000, and to cover it out I actually need to sell 6,000 pencil in that month. And from the 6,001th pencil I will start having a profit of rupees 5, and so on. For example, say for second pencil I'll end up having a profit of rupees 10 and 15, and so on. So this was what this quantity is actually known as. This is referred to as the break even point. If I end up selling the number of the pencils equivalent to this, I neither had a profit, I neither had a loss. But if I ended up selling pencils more than 6,000, so I will definitely have a profit. If I ended up selling pencils less than this, then I will end up having a loss. So that is what is the break even point is. So that is not much significant as far as the cat is concerned, but we should be aware of these terminologies. Okay, so we had a lot of okay, so I think that's enough for the theory. Now we'll see some questions. Okay, we'll see some questions and it would be clear to you. Okay, let's start with this now. Okay, so let's start with some basic questions. Okay, so let's see the first question. I hope it's visible. No, yes. Okay, so let's start with the questions. So a manufacturer makes a profit of 15% by selling a color TV for this. Okay, if the cost of the manufacturing increases by 30% and the price paid by the retailer is increased by 20%, find the profit percent made by the manufacturer. Okay, so it's actually a deal between a manufacturer and a retailer. So he's saying say the okay, so the okay so the cost price manufacturing. So the cost price, just try see this, a manufacturer makes a profit of 15%. Okay, so the selling price for the manufacturer was 6900, and this was actually 115%, as he ended up making a profit of this. So this was actually the cost price, and this was this. Now what he's saying is, okay, if the cost of the manufacturing increases by 30%, so this actually becomes 130% of this, 130 upon 100 into x. Okay, and the price paid by the retailer, so this is the new cost price, and the price paid by the retailer is increased by 20%. So 20% increase, so this is like 6900, and this is like 690, so this is like 1380. So 20% increases this, so this is like 80, and this is like okay 7282. So the new selling prices this. Now they want to know that what would be the profit percent of that. So this is like 100, plus P upon 100, and this is equal to 8280. Okay, so what we can do is, so this is like, okay, so this is like say 100. Okay, say this is the selling, this is actually the entire price. No, this is actually the entire price. Okay, so this is like 100 plus P upon 100 into 130 upon 100 into X. Now X we can get from here, so X would be 6900 into 100 upon 115. Okay, and this is actually equal to 8280. So from here we could get the initial cost price. This was this part was actually the increased cost price, and then we had a sort of profit on that. So the final selling price was 8280. So now we can calculate profit from this, and we will have the profit percentage. Okay, so this was the question, the profit percent made by the manufacturer. So it was a simple question. It was a simple question, just a single layer of the deal, Okay, so you can solve it for profit. Okay, moving forward, so this is for the equalizer part. Okay, if the cost price of the 30 articles is equal to the selling price of 20 articles, find the profit percentage made by this. So in this case we need to calculate it for at least one article. Okay, so the cost price of 30 articles, say it was X, and this was actually equal to the selling price of 20 articles. So for the selling price of one article was X by 20, and the cost price of one article was X by 30. So from here we can calculate the profit percentage. So यहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ, ठीक है. Okay, so what mattered was that we were actually computing it for a single or for a unit quantity. We cannot compute profit and loss for unequal number of articles. Okay, let's see the next question now. Oranges are bought at 12 for a rupee and are sold at 10 rupee. Okay, 10 for a rupee. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so cost price on the similar lines, cost price of 12 oranges is equals to rupees 1 is equal to selling price of 10 oranges. So we can calculate selling price of single orange, that is like 1 by 10, and we can compute the cost price of one orange, and this is like 1 by 12. And on the similar line we can calculate the profit or the loss percentage. Okay, you can solve these. Okay, there is nothing difficult in that. This is just a basic calculation. Okay, now let's see this. Okay, A sold a table to B at a profit of this. Okay, so A sold a profit, okay, so to B at a profit of 20%. B sold the same table to C at B sold the same table to C for rupees this, thereby making a profit of this. Okay, C. Okay, find the price at which A bought the table from X if it is known that X gained. Okay, so there is another person X, and the price at which A bought the table, so from X it is known that X gained 25%. So see say the price was Y. So while selling it to A, he ended up gaining 25%. So what actually he paid was 125 upon 100 of Y. Okay, then what then A sold it at a profit of 20%. So what actually B paid for this was 120 into 100, 125 upon 100 into Y. Okay, so this was actually what cost price B had to pay. Now C had to pay rupees 75, and this was actually 125. Okay, 125 upon 100 of 120 upon 100 of 125 upon 100 into Y, and this is the Y that we are looking to calculate in this question. Okay, now let's move forward. Okay, let's move forward to the last question. So this is very basic, this is very basic. Okay, this is very basic, but you can get questions, you can get questions. This will actually consolidate your understanding of why we need to calculate always the increased or the decreased value, where we want to calculate the increase or the increased or the decreased. Okay. Okay, if by selling two items for 180 each. Okay, so this I have actually included for one note that we had made. If by selling two items for 180, okay, so he is selling the similar items, so this like 180 180. Over this he gained 20%, and over this he gained 20%, he lost. So over this he lost, and over this he gained. So find the value of the loss. See this. Now the very important thing is the entire was x by 10 iska whole percentage, and this was a loss. So the loss he had was actually 4% loss. Okay, and since it was a 96 upon 100 of, okay, so 96 upon 100 over the cost price, 96 upon 100 over the cost price was actually equal to 360, because he had a 4% loss now. So we can calculate the cost price. We have the selling price as 360. We can calculate the cost price, and then we can answer what was the loss amount. Or it is actually 4 upon 100 of, no, it has to be calculated over the CP. So we should first calculate the CP, so as to not end up making it complex. Okay, yes. So these were the basic questions. So this was more or less the profit, loss, equalizer, and all those concepts. Okay. So now let's move ahead. So this will cover these questions will cover your part on marked price, discount, and all. Okay, find a single discount to equal 3 consecutive discounts. Okay, just try and see this. For example, let's do the question 1. Now what this question is actually like, say a shopkeeper marked up the price and the price became MP. Now he offered a discount of 10%. So the price was 90 upon 100. Then he further offered a discount of this. So this was actually 88 upon 100. And then he offered a discount of this. So this was like 95 upon 100 of this. Okay. Now they are saying what could have been a single discount. Matlab 100 minus D upon 100 into the marked price. कि भाई single discount जो है वो हमारा कितना हो सकता था. Okay, just be quick. Okay, I'll solve this for you. Okay, so okay, just try and see this. So this will get cancelled from this, and this will be like 19, this will be like 2, this will be like 44. Okay, and this will get cancelled by this, and this will get cancelled by this, and this will be like, okay, so this is like 19 into 9 is, so this is like 81, and this is like 9, and this is like 171. Okay, and 171 into 44, this has to be very quick. So this is like 4, this is like 28, 32. We have been doing this, no? Yes, 0. So you can check out my video over the quant tools if you are not aware of this fast method or Vedic method of calculation. So this is like 4, and this is again like 28, 32. So this is like 4, 2, 5, 7, and okay, so this is like 75.24 is equals to 100 minus D. So the single discount would be, okay, just give me a second. So this will be like 25, something less than 25, 24.76%. This will be the single discount that you can offer. Okay, so this question was over the key marked price and then discount. So what could be the single discount and all those stuff. Okay, let's see the next question now. Okay, let's see the next question now. Okay, a camera shop allows a discount of 10% on the advertised price of a camera. Advertised. So advertised price is basically the marked price. What price must be marked on the camera that cost him 600 so that he can end up making a profit of 20%? Okay, just try and see this. So it actually costed him 600. Now he actually want to make a profit, and profit is of 20%. So this is like 120 upon 100 of 600, and that is nothing but 720. So this is the selling price. This is the selling price that he want to sell it. Now they are saying a camera shop allows a discount of this. Okay. So 90 upon 100. 90 upon 100 of the marked price, because he has allowed a discount over this. So 90 upon 100 of the marked price is actually equal to 720, and here you will end up getting it. Okay, so this is like, okay, 8. So marked price is 800, because he has allowed a discount of this, and the discount is allowed over the marked price. So the marked price of the article is this. What price must be marked on the camera? So the marked price should be 800, and how much it should be marked up? So this is like 600. So 600 was the cost price. The marked price was actually equals to rupees 800. There is almost a difference of 200. So taking from this, so 10% over the cost price is 60. So this is rather than 30% something, 30% plus. So the marked up, so it has been marked up by 30% plus. Okay, so this is what they were interested in. What price must be marked on the camera that cost him? Always remember this. The marked up is always calculated over the cost price. The discount is always calculated over the marked price, and selling price and profit is always calculated over the cost price. There is nothing different as far as the cost price or the selling price is concerned. Okay. Now let's come to the last question now. Okay, let's see the last question. So this question I actually introduced because see, there is a way. Okay, we will do a lot of questions based on that, but this is just a kind of a simple questions. See, one way of making profit is that you basically sell it at a higher price. Okay, you basically sell it at a higher price. For example, there was a single article, it costed me 400, I sold it for 500. Okay, the second answer could be you can cheat in terms of the quantity. In terms of the quantity, you can always cheat. For example, for instance, you actually had to sell, for example, in this case he actually had to sell 1 kilogram of fruit, but he ended up selling 900 gram of fruit. Even if he is selling at the same price as that of the 1 kg weight, still then he will have a profit because he is actually sending a lesser amount. Okay, so this, a dishonest dealer professes to sell at cost price but uses are this. Okay, तो वो कह रहा है, okay, cost price of 1000 gram, what it actually costed him is say X, but he ended up selling 900 grams for the same quantity. So selling price of 1 gram was X by 900, and the cost price of 1 gram was X by 1000. So this was actually the profit percentage he ended up making. Okay, so you can always you either you sell an article at a higher price, or what you can do is you can cheat in terms of the quantity. Okay, so all these questions were important as they were giving you an idea of what percentage, what market price, what marked price, what discount is all about. Now come on to the questions that indeed have some good level. Okay, and we will try to understand that. So this is actually an extension of a similar question, and if you get it, you will get the entire, you will be able to solve even the most difficult question on the percentages or even the interest as well. Okay, so we will do these questions. And okay, so these almost 5 questions we have, and we will be doing them. Okay, so let's start. And please pay attention to these questions. No, they are good, and if you get it once, you'll be able to solve all sorts of questions. Okay, so a dishonest dealer. Okay, let's make a dishonest dealer. No, let's make him some sort of, let's give him an evil look. Okay, a dishonest dealer marks up the price of his good by 20%. Okay, and gives a discount of 10% to the customer. Normal, sir, normal thing. He also uses a 900-gram weight instead of a 1 kg weight, and find his percentage profit due to these maneuvers. Okay, so basically he is cheating them in the terms of the quantity, as well as marks up the price of his good and gives a discount of this. Find the profit percentage. Okay, it is not mentioned in here, but he is actually selling it over the cost price. That okay, I bought it for X and I am actually selling it for X. Okay, so let's say that he actually bought 1000 gram for rupees X. Okay, then he marked up the price by 20%. Okay, so this is like 120 upon X, and then he gave basically a discount of this. So this was actually the amount of, this was actually the selling price. This was actually the selling price. Okay, so if he would have okay, and what he actually said was that I am actually selling you over the cost price. So for 1000 gram, this was the selling price, and this was the cost price. But did he really sell you 1 kilogram? No, he didn't. So what actually he sold was so this was the selling price, because from you he took the price of 1 kg itself, but the actual cost that he had to give was actually equal to 90% of this, or this was actually 0.9x, and this was the price that he actually had to pay. Okay, so selling prices, let's try and see this. So this get cancelled by this. So the selling price is 1.08x and the cost price is 0.9x. Okay, 0.9x. So what the amount of the profit that he ended up making was 0.18x over 0.90x into 100. Okay, and this was like this, and this was like this, and he actually ended up making a profit of 20%. So he ended up making a profit of 20%. Okay, so this was a question that actually, where people were actually making profit in terms of the quantity. Also they were making the profit in terms of the quantity, as well as the price maneuvers. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Which I believe is an extension of this only. Okay, so a dishonest dealer marks up the price of his good by 20% and gives a discount of this. Besides he also cheat both his supplier and his buyer by 100 grams while buying or selling 1 kilogram. Find the percentage profit earned by the shopkeeper. Now this is a very interesting question, because it is a multiple deal. Matlab, you had X, you had Y, then you had Z. Okay, so he also buy both his supplier and his buyer by 100 grams while buying or selling 1 kilogram. Okay, so let's say he is the dishonest one. Now he cheated him. He first of all he went to the market and tried buying something. So he cheated by 100. Okay. So for instance, say he said ki okay, I am buying 1 kg for rupees X, but he actually ended up buying 1100 grams. Okay. So 1 gram costed him X by so this is like X. Okay, this is like X by 1100, and 1000 gram actually costed him 10 by 11 of X. Well, you got it, you got the point. Because see, he said okay, so the price that I am buying 1 kg, and the price of that 1 kg is actually rupees X. But instead of 1 kg, he cheated him. He actually bought more. He actually bought 1100 grams. So actually 1000 gram costed him 10 by 11 of X. Okay. Then he said okay. Then he went to the same person and he said okay, so sir, okay, just try and see this. Now what he will be marking up, so he is saying that I am selling at the cost price, but would he be saying कि यार the cost price, my cost price was this, my cost price was, for my cost price for this was 10 by 11 of X? No, he won't. He would be saying that it costed me rupees X only, because it is sort of a cheating. No, it is a sort of a cheating. So he actually cannot tell कि मुझे actual cost जो है वो basically ये पड़ी है, ठीक है. Actual cost he say कि मुझे जो है for 1000 gram it actually costed me rupees X, and then he'll saying okay, I'll mark up the price by 20%, and then what I'll do is I'll just discount you, and this will be the price for 1 kg. Okay, and this will be the price for 1 kg. Okay, just try and see this. Gives a discount. Okay. So this was actually the selling price that he was taking, and this was nothing but 1.08x. Okay, now this was fine. Okay, find the profit, and he's also, see this. So 1000 gram actually costed him 10 by 11 of X, but did he sell 1000 gram? No, he sold only the 900 gram. So this was also equal to 9 by 10 of 10 by 11 into X, and that was nothing but, so this was nothing but, so this is 9 by 11 into X, and 1 by 11 is nothing but 9.09, and if you do 9 into, so this is like 81.81. So actually the 1 gram, actually the 1 kg, after cheating and all, it actually costed him 81.81 of X, and he ended up selling it for 1.08. Okay, so this is like 0.8181x. Okay, so the amount of the profit, of course, he had was 19 plus 8 something, so this is like 27%. So the amount of the profit, matlab you got it. He actually ended up cheating two ways. He cheated his customer, as well as he cheated from someone who was buying it. So this was same as the last question, but just an additional part was being added to it. Okay, very good question. Okay, so this question is just an extension of that, and okay, this question is just an extension for that, and you can take it as a this is just an extension of that, and you can take it as a practice question. Okay, just try and see this. So I'll tell you. Okay, for question 1B, if it is known that the shopkeeper takes a discount of 10% from his supplier, and he disregards this discount while marking up. Okay, he marked up the price at the undiscounted price. Wow. Find the percentage profit. Everything is same. Okay, See this see, everything is same. Okay, everything is same, that he did this, because he is marking up at the discounted price. He is marking up at the undiscounted price. Okay, so he said, okay, it costed me x, and it costed me x, and I'll mark up at the same part. I'll mark up at the same part. I'll mark up for x only. He said he marks up at the undiscounted price. But this actually, this x didn't cost him. This actually costed him 10% less. So this is like 10 by 9 of x. So to further this, okay, so to further this 81.81x, you will also multiply 0. You will actually multiply 0.9 of. You will multiply 0.9 as well. You will multiply 0.9 as well. Now this will be something like, okay, this will be something like, so you will multiply this. You will actually calculate the 9 by 10% of 9 by 10% of 81 of 81x. Okay, and okay, you will actually end up getting, okay, so you will actually end up getting 72 something, and this would be 72 something, and this would be like 28 plus 8, so this will be like 36% profit more. So in this case, he is earning the maximum profit, and there is an unlimited amount of the cheating that is going on. You got the point, na? Matlab, to this very question, what just happened was that instead of rupees x, he actually said, give me a discount of 10%. He actually said, give me a discount of 10%, and he didn't marked up. He didn't marked up or changed over this position. उसने कहा कि मुझे तो अभी भी 1000 kg जो है वो रुपीज़ x का ही पड़ा है, पर उसको वो x का नहीं पड़ा था, उसको फर्दर लेस पड़ा था, क्योंकि उसने 1100 ग्राम्स की चीटिंग भी करी थी, प्लस उसने जो है 10% डिस्काउंट भी लिया था. ओके, so you can just go through this, use the similar steps, and it is a very good question. It is a very good question. It is covering almost each and every part, the way the profit can be made. Okay, so okay, so this is also an important question. Now this is important because this is more of like cat level. So what you have here is that you actually have the mixture of the allegation and mixtures, as well as the profit and loss, and these are the kind of the questions that you normally see. Okay, so I'll just solve it. They are not very difficult ones. How many kilogram of sugar worth 3.60 per kg should be mixed with 8 kg of sugar worth this? Okay, so I have so to get a better understanding, you should be clear with my video on allegation and mixtures. If not, you can go to my channel and first watch that, then it would be more clear. So okay, so the expensive one will be written over here, 4.20, and this is like 8 in quantity, and this is like the cheaper one will be written over here, and this is unknown in the quantity. And he's saying by selling a mixture at this, per he gains a 10%. So you are not aware of the cost price. You mix these na, it costed you 4.20, it costed you this, and then you created a mixture. So what was the cost price of the mixture? So for that cost price, you will use this. So selling price is 110 upon 100 of the cost price, and this is equals to 4.40. Now from here you will get the cost price of that. Okay, let's try and see this. So this is like 0.40, and the cost price is nothing but rupees 4. Okay, so the cost price will be 4. Now what you will do is, say very simple, 0.20. From this subtract this, from this subtract this, so this will be 0.40. Okay, this quantity is x and this quantity is 8, and this is like 1, this is like 2, and x is equals to 4. Okay, so this is actually why we did this question is because it was actually a mixture of allegation and mixtures and percentages, and these questions are being asked. Okay, a dishonest milkman purchased milk at rupees 10 per liter and mixed 5 liters of water in this. by selling the mixture at the rate of this. Okay, just try and see this. 125 upon 100 of the cost price is actually equal to 10. Basically selling price तो यही है ना आपकी. So this is like 4 and this is like 5 and this is like 2. So the cost price of the cost price that it actually costed him is 8. Okay, this is like 8 ये है, ठीक है. 10 जो है वो मिल्क है, ठीक है. 10 जो है वो मिल्क है जिसकी क्वांटिटी का आई एम नॉट अवेयर ऑफ. 0 जो है, ठीक है, 0 रुपीज़ का जो है उसको क्या पड़ रहा है, मिल्क, ठीक है, जो बेसिकली 5 लीटर है, ठीक है. एंड दिस इज़ नथिंग बट 2. इसमें से इसको माइनस करो, इसमें से इसको माइनस करो. दिस इज लाइक 8 and this is 5 and this is y and this is like 1, this is like 4. So y is nothing but 20. Y is nothing but 20. So y is nothing but 20. So y is actually the quantity of the milk and this is the quantity of water. Now you will mix it, so you will get 25 kgs. Now see, this is very important. You solve the entire question and you doesn't answer what they are actually asking for. Sometimes they will ask you what is the profit, so don't confuse it with the profit percentage. Always be clear. They are asking the quantity of the amount of the mixture, and the mixture is the amount of the water plus the amount of the milk. They are not asking about the amount of the milk, okay? So you should be very careful with this part. Okay, so yeah, that is it, okay? That is it from that is it, okay? That is it. It didn't have to be a very long video, but yes, we have covered up each and every concept. We have seen what is profit and loss, what is the equalization. Then we have also talked about the cost. We have also talked about break even point. We have also talked about that x by 10 का whole percent का whole square, ठीक है. Then we saw some basic questions, so these are also important. So then we talked about market price discount के questions, and then we did some good questions, multiple deals and all, and mixture of allegation and mixtures and all. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. To get a more better understanding, use Arun Sharma. Use Arun Sharma. It's an awesome book. For this profit and loss chapter, you can take the examples. You can take up LOD1. And okay, you can take up LOD1, and if ठीक है, not very important, but if you still want, or you feel you want to do it, you can also go for the LOD2. You will find some good questions over there, but this is compulsory. For getting the chapter, just do the examples 1 and LOD1, and your entire concepts will be covered. If you are willing, then you can also go for LOD2. So that's all from this video, and yes, in the next video we will be covering simple interest and compound interest, and yes, that's all. Thank you.